All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So a lot of you guys said that the iPhone 13 Pro Max is the be-all and the standard for doing videos on YouTube. So today we're going to put it against the S22 Ultra. This, in fact, is the front camera on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is just shooting regular video at 4K 60. This is what the footage will look like. Now, I do have some controlled lighting going on here. On this side of the room over here, I have LED lights going, and there's natural sunlight is coming through on this side. So, audio. Both devices can take an external microphone, but in this test, we're just going to do devices as is right here on the tripod. And both devices can do a portrait style video. So we will do that as well in this video. Now, obviously, the Samsung has more filters for their portrait style video, which I really enjoy. But we'll just do some basic portrait style video. Then at the end, I'll probably shoot some video with the Samsung highlighting the other filters. But nonetheless, this is the front camera on the iPhone 13 Pro Max shooting at regular 4K video. Now let's switch to the Samsung S22 Ultra. All right, now here is the S22 Ultra's front camera shooting at 4K 60, just like the iPhone. Just pay attention to the details that the videos are giving off, the tones and everything. I'm going to reference this because, the iPhone gets a bad rap for producing colors when shooting like walls and things. I've always brought this to everyone's attention, the brown hue. So I'm not shooting an HDR video, I'm shooting a standard video. Thanks to that subscriber a while back. Really enjoyed that feedback, and I think all creators should take note of that if they didn't know. But nonetheless, the walls in my room, the official color is called agreeable gray. So just so you know, that's the color of the walls. So you just look at the videos and you tell me what you think about how these phones are producing that footage in just natural video right here. So again, front camera on the S22 Ultra, let's check out the next phase of this video. Should be rear cameras. All right, so here is rear camera footage on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. You can see how this is being produced. Just regular 4K 60 video. If you're going to be shooting a vlog and you want to use the cameras that are considered the best on the device, and in most cases, some phones do bring out smartphone cameras that are the front is better than the rear. I think Sony was one of the first, I believe, to do that when they had a very high power camera on the front of their phone. Also, they had stabilization and the rear didn't. So, but here's the main shooter. This is the meat and potatoes. This is what Apple is offering for 4K 60 video on the rear cameras. Now let's take a look at the S22 Ultra. So here is 4K 60 video on the rear of the S22 Ultra. Very important to note, this, again, it's going to come down to how you like your footage in the cool or warm tones or what you're used to, because everyone's eyes is going to prefer something else. Some people can't unsee the hue that Apple phones sometimes push off when doing photos and videos. But that is why I wanted to give you the official color of the walls in my house. So if you wanted to look that up and compare it to the video and see how accurate these phones are producing that, you definitely could do that. My interior walls, again, is called agreeable gray. So you take that in mind when you want to look at the actual colors, because some people always ask me, what's the real color of something? What should it really look like? And now you have the official color for the interior walls. So here is 4K video on the S22 Ultra. All right, as stated, here is portrait style video on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is the front camera once again. This is what the quality looks like. And as I looked at the viewfinder, it does look really good for portrait video on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. They introduced this, I believe, with the 13 models. And, it's a good feature to have. I think Apple decided, they're calling it cinematic video, but it's just portrait style video. Basically, the blurred background. This is at f2.5. And that's one thing about the iPhone. I like that you can change the f-stop. But if you didn't have a mirrorless camera or a DSLR or anything like that, which I'm pointing to on the table, which you can't see, you can use your smartphones nowadays, and I think it's going to produce stiller footage. You just need the right lighting. So let's switch to the S22 Ultra and some portrait video. All right, so here's portrait style video on the S22 Ultra's front camera. I like that you can do it on the front camera too. You look at the quality coming from these devices. This is absolutely incredible. And again, if you're a creator and you have one of these devices, you can't lose with either one. It's going to come down to how you prefer the videos to look and how they're portrayed when you put them out on the net and into the world. So I personally prefer portrait style video over any other type of video for vlogs. Keeping the main subject in focus is very important to me, and I think that should be important to you if you're doing a lot of vlogs. We'll also get into creating content of themes, like so top-down shots and things like that. But this is still portrait on the front-facing camera on the S22 Ultra, and let's check out the next step here. All right, so here we are now with the portrait style video on the rear camera of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And again, if you want to put your best foot forward, you want to use the rear cameras on most phones today. They will give you all that the company is offering when it comes to the best quality video for your YouTube channel when you decide to create. A lot of people have been using iPhones since the beginning, or at least the last 5 years or so for content creation, I would say. So rear camera, portrait style, this is a unique feature too. If you don't have a 13, you don't get this functionality. But if it's something important to you and you want this and you don't want to buy a mirrorless camera or DSLR, like I said, and enter in the more expensive realm of lenses, smartphones can do it. Let's switch over to the S22 Ultra. All right, so here is portrait style video on the S22 Ultra. And an advantage to the S22 Ultra, you can use your S Pen to control your camera if you're out in a distance or anything like that. So that's important to note. But Samsung's color reproduction is going to be different than Apple's. And this is just, again, it's going to come down to the footage that you're producing. You won't have bad quality footage with either device, but people will notice that your colors or tones, how the accuracy is compared to other devices out there that they might be using. So this is what the S22 Ultra has to offer for portrait style video. All right, so here are some things I'm going to film for each of the phones. I'm going to start with my SSD. This is my Samsung portable SSD T5. And I'm filming, again, starting with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, I like the 3x zoom that you can just tap and go in with the iPhone. So let's see here. Let's tap right here. And look at that. Look how clear that is. Really clear. Really like it. I think that's just a huge plus. Being able to zoom in like that really fast and get a nice clear video. I think the iPhone does really good at that. But this is about the colors and things like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring in some earbuds. These are the purple ones, I believe. Yeah, these are my purple ones. So how does it represent each color here? So you've got some blue back here. If you've got some purple, you've got different things going on here. I think the iPhone does very well. Again, we zoom in, it maintains the color and a crisp video. I think that's really, really nice. And we'll test that with the other devices if they have that capability as well. So now you've got some color in here. Now let's bring in my last little thing here, my red YouTube straw here. It's kind of funny. This will send out to me. But this is a red YouTube straw. But the point is, it's red. So this is what we're looking at. How is it producing these colors? Yeah. All right. Let's hit the S22 Ultra now. All right. We are now on the S22 Ultra. And you can see here the footage. Let's do that little zoom here. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Nope. Won't let me do it while I'm filming, so point to the iPhone. But you can zoom ahead of time in 4K 60, but you'll need to stay at that resolution. So this is the colors here. It's coming across really blue. Nice clear video. Yep. Now let's bring in that purple. How's it doing on the purple? Yeah, honestly, big point to the iPhone for being able to zoom in 4K 60 while recording. Little small things like that can make a huge difference in your content. But 4K 30, that's really all you really need, or 1080p 30. But for this test, it goes in the highest resolution and what they can do. So we got the purple in there. Now let's bring in the red YouTube. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close out this video. Let's talk about what I learned from both of these devices before I just tell you, hey, this one's better. But I will start by saying that both of the devices can produce stellar footage. Now, in all fairness, I've had the iPhone 13 Pro Max longer, and I've been using that device to do a lot of top-down shots sometimes when I just want to get accurate colors of things. And that is where I think the iPhone really shines when it comes to recording content on a channel. Where I think it doesn't do well or doesn't live up to the hype when compared to Samsung S22 Ultra is the shooting of people and the color tones and the accuracy of the surroundings. And also one thing I like about the iPhone 13 Pro Max is that in any mode, you can hit that 3x zoom and get a nice clear accuracy and color and whatever you're shooting in things, like shooting content. So I'm able to zoom in on products and the video stays extremely clear. But I still don't think that the iPhone 13 Pro Max is the king of the hill when it comes to recording content for YouTube creation. Now, yes, the iPhone has some advantages, in my opinion, by having some of the best free apps on any smartphone. Case in point, iMovie. iMovie is extremely convenient because you technically don't have to buy a professional piece of software to edit with, and you can push out a ton of content, but you're paying a premium price for the device. But to me, that's worth it though. Like if I'm going to use an iPhone for creation and I'm not shooting so much myself all the time, I would definitely lean more towards the iPhone, lean a little bit towards the iPhone when it comes to content creation of things, surroundings. But as a complete package though, the S22 Ultra is a definite win. I can control my videos from a distance with the S Pen remotely. I have just right now I'm shooting in Pro mode, so I can direct the microphones towards me. Now initially I didn't do that, but I'm closing out this video this way. I also have director's mode where I can utilize all the cameras, and it has more filters than the iPhone for portrait style video. Now the iPhone's portrait style video, you can change the f-stop, and on Samsung it just shows adjust blur. Same difference though. I truly enjoy shooting with both of these devices, but if I'm going to tell a person to pick a device, it's definitely going to be the S22 Ultra because I may have to pay for software. Now, obviously, you don't have to pay for software on Android to edit your content, but you can't really take advantage of the content if you have a label. It just doesn't look professional to me if you're using free content in the Android app Play Store and it's got the label of the company and they want to keep upselling you. So just buy PowerDirector Pro, in my opinion, and that's what I use for editing on Android. I think it's just the best. So you've got Director's View, you've got Pro Video, you can adjust the gains, I can record the front or the rear or both. I can do different filters on portrait mode, and more importantly, the accuracy and detail, the sharpness is what I like about the Samsung cameras. They produce a very sharp, crisp video, and it also produces the correct colors of my walls, which is agreeable gray. That has always been a question about Apple devices with their cameras. I have it set to cool, by the way, in all the photos that I take, and so I'm not shooting in HDR anymore and exporting in SDR. I've got that down. This is just coming down to color science, like Sony versus Canon. I think a lot of people would argue that Canon definitely has the better color science, meaning the accuracy of the colors and what it's produced is more real to life. So Samsung has done a great job with the S22 Ultra. Now, the iPhone 14, or whatever it's going to be called, is coming in. Now, obviously, I will have it, and I will compare it next to the S22 Ultra. But the history of Apple products when it comes to recording, that yellowish hue, that brown hue, people don't notice it until it's up against something else. So I just think that, it's up to you to determine what you like. Apple's products for video recording tend to be a little bit more on the warmer side unless you're outside in direct sunlight. If you're in direct sunlight, both of these is fair game. And I think portrait style video on the iPhone 13 Pro Max in direct sunlight is really good. But overall, I still would recommend the S22 Ultra because it's a fantastic product when it comes to creating content for YouTube. Remote control is one of the things you're going to need to help yourself to get less edits when you're doing your videos. So, and not just that, I just think the overall package that the S22 offers when it comes to video creation and content creation for YouTube is a definite win. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. What do you think about the way both of these phones produce footage? Again, there's no wrong or right answer, and there's no horrible phone, or there's no best and worst, I guess. But there is a winner, and the winner for me is the S22 Ultra. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.